But yeah, anyway, personally, I don't understand why it's a movement, but I have gotten feedback from some of our viewers, and the one thing that was repeated the most was that they wanted to raise awareness that just because you are born with a certain sex organ, it doesn't define your sexual identity. This is their opinion, okay? And then I got a few who stated that they are fighting for equal rights because they have been oppressed and discriminated against for being who they are. I've even had one person compare it to the Black Lives Matter movement. But my question is, how can you even compare it? It's like a pedophile saying, well, I don't identify with the women my age, so we should just get rid of the age of consent. Like, what? Did that make sense to you?
When any grown man know you walking on a man touching your young daughter, you is about to wild.
Right, and that has nothing to do with discriminating with somebody. That's not discrimination, and I don't agree with pedophilia, but it's not discrimination that if I see you molesting a fucking child, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like,
yeah,
facts.
I'm about to fire your ass.
Facts. Facts. I don't care who kid it is. Like, it can be a fucking stranger's kid. Your kid. I'm fucking you up. Like, right now. Because that's a kid.
Whole bottle upside your head.
That's a kid. So, anyway. They're saying that they're discriminated against. And they compared it to the Black Lives Matter. And I just don't understand, because at the end of the day, this is something we talked about earlier. You have people who run Fortune 500 companies and go home and have sex dungeons, fucking toys galore, throw swinger parties, and then go back to work on Monday like that 2-day orgy never happened, you know? So the problem in my eyes is that they couldn't be really happy, because it's like they're trying to force their choice on us to get validation in their eyes. Like, okay, well, we don't really agree with it for real, but we gonna try to make y'all agree with it. That way it feels at least a little normal. Yeah,
like, exactly, like when they passed the law for homosexual people to get married, I felt like this when that happened. The government did not really care at all. I felt like it was just, it was other things going on. They wanted to give us that as a country, for everybody to be happy, like, oh, they could have cared less. They could have been past that law, because it doesn't affect them in any way. You know what I mean?
No fucking way at all.
No way.
But no one ever cared. Like, I really don't think that it was ever an issue about somebody caring. It's the fact that when the law was written, the only people that was fucking getting married were fucking men and women, because motherfucker wasn't just out here fucking they same sex, because nigga, y'all gonna die. How you gonna have kids? Like,
no more population.
No more fucking population.
Like, it's simple science.
But that was back then, because now, it's thousands of kids, and that's a good thing that can get adopted. And I did look up the statistics as far as if there was any, because a lot of people bring this up in their argument against the transgender community and against the gay and, lesbian community. And they say, like, well, they're more likely to molest children. And like I said, I did look this up, because I looked up a lot of stats before we actually did this video. But it actually said they're not more likely. It's no more or no less than just being what could really happen with anybody's child. So that was a good thing, because, if you don't know something, look it up. Just don't go around assuming something or thinking that something is some way. Just really understand another person's argument. It's okay to disagree, because I don't agree with the transgender movement. I understand, that some people, weird shit make them happy. Like, y'all gotta think, we live in a world where it's people out here who fucking fall in love with Pokemon. Like, for real deal, will sit there, fucking nothing in their life but Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real shit. So you gotta understand, like, it's just people think differently. So you just gotta be able to coexist. Now, my only thing is that they out here spending all this money for transgender surgery, reassignment surgery or whatever. Because I looked up these facts. I'm about to tell y'all what it says. It says, for gender reassignment surgery, which can cost about $15,500, that's for a man to become a woman. Before a female transitioning into a man, a clinic in Philadelphia estimated that this number could soar all the way between 50,000 to 100,000 for the full transition. So if it's just about clearing gender roles, wouldn't it just stop it being lesbian or gay? I'm confused. I mean, honestly, leave comments, let us know. Like, we're not going against anybody or judging anybody. We really honestly want to understand what the movement is about. You know, I just want to know what the movement is about.
Because, like I said, it's plain and simple that, just like you said earlier, it's hard to explain a child something like that at an early age. You don't. Some of us don't want our children exposed to things like that. You know,
right?
At all, because children are sponges. They're heavily influenced by things that they see, by things that they're told.
Especially at a young age.
That's why, like, it's difficult for some of the people in that community to adopt children, because you gotta understand. Right. A lot of time, probably 70% of the time, that child is going to end up doing the same thing y'all do. You know, like
we cannot say 70% of the time. That's not a fact. It's
not a true fact. It's not a true fact. It's not a true statistic. I'm just saying, you know, we talking shit now.
You'll be surprised. No, but you'd be surprised. You can't just throw out numbers.
Yeah. Facts. You can't just throw out numbers, but I'm just being sarcastic right now. But a lot of times I've seen the situations where a gay couple had a child. Out of one or two of the children, one of them end up being homosexual, like, in reality.
Well, you still have straight parent homes where
they
kids
come out. Yeah, definitely. You know, but I just feel like that should be. It should be more of a. I feel like it's less of a decision when it's constantly in their face. It kind of looks at them, because we look at our parents when we're growing up as, these are the people that do everything right. I'm supposed to go get a job like my dad and mom. I was supposed to cook the same type of food that my dad and mom cook. I'm supposed to do Christmas like you know, if you enjoyed your childhood, you want to do things like your parents. So a lot of times that influence.
I don't know. I disagree, but I just feel as though it has not been proven, but a lot of people in the LGBT community feel like they were born that way. It's not a choice that they made. You're either attracted to the same sex or you're not. You know, I think women get away with it a little more, because a woman can look at a woman and be like, oh, she bad, or oh, she got a fat ass, or, you know, whatever. And it's just like, ha, ha, ha. But a nigga can't be like, damn, look at that nigga. That's good. That nigga got on jogging pants? Oh, shit, nigga. Did you see that nigga running up and down the mother? Hell yeah, nigga. They can't do that shit. And a lot of the problems they say in the LGBT community is that they are placing the gender onto their sex organs, saying that femininity or masculinity is directly, you know, related to your sex organs. And I agree and I disagree. I do feel like if you see a man, you expect him to be masculine. He's a man. He's a protector. That's what he was made for.
Not for you to be a bit.
We're not going to call him that. But I'm just saying, it's not...
Hey, I'm the bad guy today.
That's how you're supposed to be seen. You're supposed to be seen as a man. Now, I do know gay men who still conduct themselves as men. They walk down the street. They look, walk, talk, conduct themselves as men. They have respect as men. The only time that I've ever seen a situation get out of control is when you have a man who's clearly, like, you can tell, nigga played number 47 defense. You can tell. Nigga in a big ass blue dress.
Fat. Linebacker for the motherfucking Chargers.
And they're extra. They're being extra as fuck. Because my thing is, when you see a stud, you're like, oh, okay, that's a stud. Okay, you know, they dress like a guy. They, you know, kind of have a swag up about them and shit like that. And then you see a gay man, and they're the ones that are like super fucking flamboyant. You're like, bro, who are you mimicking? Because no woman acts like that. It's irritating as fuck. And then you bitches are making this shit okay. Like, girl, look, girl. That's not a girl,
like,
my nigga.
For real, like, and we have friends in school and shit that have male friends that are like that, and they like to bring them around, or they like extra cool with them. That shit is not cool whatsoever.
It's not cool with everybody,
cool.
Especially when they, like I said, everybody doesn't have to know your sexual preference. That's where the problem lies. No one gives a fuck who you go home and sleep with, lay down with. No one cares. The problem becomes when you force it on people just because they disagree with it. I disagree with that shit. I disagree with a lot of shit. I disagree with fucking trees. They got the fucking stars on the top instead of the fucking black angels. Do you think I'm not gonna come to your house for Christmas to get that motherfucking plate? Hell no. You feel me? That's your life. Get your life. Right. Do you. I don't care. But it's a lot of people who do care. And that's why the statistics that show, we were talking about the homicide facts. There have been a documented 26 homicides on transgender people in 2016, and has made it the deadliest year for the community on record. Almost all of the victims were of color, and the vast community of them were African American. This tops last year's 21 death toll by homicide. Not to mention these are just the ones that were reported or even investigated. And we by no means condone this. We don't think this is okay that somebody should lose their life just because of their lifestyle choice in no type of way. But these are the facts. Things happen. Is that someone dying?
Huh?
Is it dying?
Yep.
Blooper. Sorry about that, y'all. It died. Anywho, but like we were saying, these are just facts that we're reiterating. Basically, in no way do we condone it. But anywho, we're gonna go on to the suicide facts. And this is another thing that I don't understand, is that the suicide rates are so high within this community, but it's supposed to be like y'all are supposed to be fighting to show that y'all need to be here, like. And then y'all have the nerve to compare it to the Black Lives Matter movement, where people have lost their lives, people have gone out and battled, and you're taking your life. Oh, okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Anywho, so the percentage of transgender people who have committed suicide or attempted suicide, according to the National Transgender Discrimination Survey, is 41%. That's almost fucking half.
Almost 50%.
That's almost fucking half.
Almost
okay,
50%, dog.
So it's 700,000 of these motherfuckers. Y'all remember that, right? It's 700,000 of them, and that was in 2011. We know that shit done sky the fuck rocketed. It's
pretty much like 290,000 of y'all,
right? Just or tried. So so they stated that sexual assault was the biggest case or the biggest reason, and that was followed by physical assault, harassment in school or the job due to bias. So that's the facts for you guys. How do you feel about that?
Man. Okay, we're gonna touch on the violence part. About some of the murders happening, like I said, we don't condone it, but you got to think of what happens in a moment if something like that happening. Say you a straight male, you the guy with this, you get tricked because they have all done. You wake up and you find out you next to a male. You're not in your right state of mind, dog. You gonna flip out and whatever happened is gonna happen. Which is why there should be laws against it. Like it should, like we said, we don't condone it, but I can't say you was wrong for reacting like you reacted. Right. I can't, because you pretty much was forced to have sex with a male. He did not let you know he was what you was, So.
Right. Well, you guys, we are gonna cut it short tonight. This episode was in no way to offend anyone in the LGBT community or to make fun or pick with anybody that's living in this real situation. It was just to voice our opinions, get you guys feedback. So feel free to leave your comments, complaints, suggestions in the boxes below. Like, subscribe. My name is Alora.
It's the Kid Luck.
And it was your episode of The Remedy.